All right, look at that. We're on live. All right, you ready to go, sir? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, Mike Lawson here with CU Broadcast. Welcome to our continued coverage of CULytics Summit here in Seattle. A lot of S's in there. CULytics Summit in Seattle, Washington. And look who is in the studio lounge. A good old friend of the show here. You're not old, but established friend of the show. How about that, Keith?
I wouldn't even call myself old, man. I'm going to be 60 this month, brother.
You look like you're 40.
Please now. That's what I love about
well
you, Mike.
Done. You look good, sir. You look good.
Thank you.
And
good
the
to be
move
here.
to Wyoming has done you some good as well.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations
I
on that.
love that clean air. I'm out of the mile away from Washington, D.C., all that congestion for all those years. And from 250,000 people down to 1,200 population. I'm loving it.
And the nearest Costco is probably what, 1,200 miles away, something like that?
It's not that bad. It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Idaho Falls.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Beautiful
and you
drive.
got the boots and you got the Wrangler jeans. Gosh, you're set
man.
up,
I thought about bringing the cowboy hat too, but I left it at home.
That's all right. It might have gotten wet here in Seattle. You don't want to get these cowboy hats wet.
True.
You want to keep them dry. So, anywho, hey, how's the conference going for you before we talk about the big rebrand?
I was complimenting Naveen. It's actually a very unique
I
setup.
like it too. It's
I
the first
love
time
it.
I've been here. Yeah, it's really cool.
I thought the intimacy of everybody's in the same room. It's one topic.
Yeah.
Everybody participates, listening to it,
Yeah.
ask questions. The vendors are in the back, which can be there to show demos and so forth, but they're also part of the whole conference.
Yep.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I do too. I agree. Yeah, it's my first time here and a lovely surprise. And the content, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every session has been loaded with takeaways.
Yeah.
So
I'm a data freak. I really am. I mean, I love the data side of looking at technology and seeing what happens behind it. So yeah, I'm in that la la land
and
right
you
now.
actually participate. Well, I want to say you participate. You had a question in the opening keynote for Aluk as well. So
that was a great talk.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, fascinated by
Yeah.
all the fourth industrial revolution. The book, by the way, Aluk is coming out Labor Day, he hopes. So yeah, we'll put that on the radar for everybody. So anyway, hey, let's talk about the big news on your chest there. FINOFR.
However you want to call it.
It's the big rebrand because before you guys were Rate Reset.
Yeah.
And for many, many years. And so now you guys have rebranded to FINOFR. So tell me the story behind the rebrand.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're in our 15th year, right? So 08, right there in that, that
really?
meltdown. Yeah. Yeah. And we started with one product, one concept, eliminating the process of a refinance on a mortgage. We own a U.S. patent on it. So, evolving over 15 years by credit unions asking us to do it, we just added product and service after product and service. And before long, we had knock knock and reset technology, and then instant pre-qual, the button.
Yeah, the button was classic.
So, I have to say 16 different digital solutions now on one platform. 16 on one solution, and it was time, right? So a reset is not an instant pre-qual, so we really couldn't have reset just in the name of our company anymore. So we joined forces actually with Allied Solutions. They did a nice investment in this last year, and they really kind of assisted in choosing what we would be called. Now we had the name already. We were already using FINOFR, going direct to the consumer.
Okay.
So the play there was, we've got this instant pre-qual. It's very unique. It can be member, non-member, and we'll go direct to the consumer on our own and build a network of credit unions that will get those new members along the path.
Right on.
And FINOFR stood for financial offer. And so we were presenting that in this discovery phase with Allied, and we're like, well, wait a minute, what about FINOFR? I mean, everything we have is a financial offer, right? A reset mortgage, that's a financial offer. Reset auto, reset credit card, a CD being opened up, all of it is a financial offer. So we said, all right, why don't we just go with FINOFR? And then it was just a lot of work. A shout out to Foster and Maddie and just the whole team internally at FINOFR now, as well as Allied, in making this rebrand happen. About 6 months worth of tremendous amount of work
Yeah,
internally.
it's no easy undertaking.
It is not, and it's not over yet.
And it's just not a name. I mean, there's a whole philosophy behind it,
Yeah.
and there's kind of new missions, if you will. So so I get it. I get it.
So FINOFR is a financial offer system.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of an LOS, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what an LOS is. And when we were going through the rebrand, it's interesting. Foster's nickname is Foss, always has been. He's like, well, what about FOS?
Yeah.
Financial offer system.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, you just want it to be Foss, you know?
That's funny.
But anyway, it's stuck. We love it. It is what we do. It is what we are. And the primary benefits for the credit union side and also banks, we also do business with banks, is threefold. It's acquire, right? So financial offers system that provides the ability to acquire new members, new customers, new loans,
Mm-hmm.
new deposit products, which I have an announcement for you today.
Which
as
trades
well.
are desperately needing right now.
Yes,
so your time,
absolutely.
You're spot on with your timing.
So acquire.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've acquired me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to get me to grow with you. So
Right.
we have acquire, grow,
I like it.
and then everybody wants me as soon as you have me. So we obviously are known for our retention, our reset technology that's built into the platform as well. So
Okay.
the life cycle of a consumer on our financial offer system is acquire, grow, and retain. And as you know from Knock Knock, the earlier days, we're now FINOFR, financial offer system, financial offers, all of it's on one screen, right? So I can instantly pre-qual myself. I can see my offers right there. I can accept them right on the spot. And then I can also add more products as I need them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, of course, change the terms through the reset technology,
Mm-hmm.
all on that same screen.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So well, no wonder you guys are a success. I mean,
Ah,
that's just,
thank you.
These offers. I mean, your offers, your
Yeah.
product set are just the timing again, like what you're about to announce.
I
mean,
am.
everything's so spot on. So you guys are you guys are so the timing.
Well, timing
You're right
and you know, with the
You're right
data that I'm already seeing out there, and I'll make the announcement in just a second, but just the evolution of what credit unions and banks face in making decisions is always changing, right? The economy is always changing. And we talked about some of the unfortunate aspects of some of these banks that are going under, right? Like, why wasn't that foreseen? How did they not know about this?
We were talking about AI earlier. Why didn't the AI pick it up? You know?
Right.
Yeah, I loved your question.
Thank you. And so the aspect of, well, how do I either predict, or how do I handle something happening in the economy? Because these rates shot up so fast, so quickly that it caught a lot of these institutions off guard, and consumers, right? So consumers, the most, are being impacted by this. You got high inflation, high gas prices, high grocery prices, and now high interest rates.
Right.
So it's this unfortunate perfect storm. Are we going to go into recession? Some people say it's inevitable. Well, what does that mean, right? What does that mean for me as a consumer? I need access to credit or lowering my payments, right? So in the kind of the meltdown with the whole 2020 era, we built for credit unions at their request deferment technology. And that already is starting to be turned back on, if you will, to get ready, to help. I thought that was brilliant in 2020, that unlike 2008, that crisis where people just defaulted. They're like, here's my keys. I'm not getting any help. And they couldn't, because they were these big securitizations and they couldn't be modified quickly enough. That happened later on in life, but the damage was done. 2020, people got to defer, 3 months worth of not making payments. They were able to buy their gas, buy their groceries, feed their family, not default. And it really helped. I'm hoping that's the same thing that happens in this next evolution of the inevitable crisis that's happening out there worldwide, that the deferments will be put in place. So the good news is our financial offer system has those built in as well. The announcement I wanted to make to you is, you're right, we're in a deposit focused component right now, because it's another thing that people just didn't necessarily focus on. Everybody was lending. It was go days. Rates were low. Everybody was borrowing, didn't focus on getting new deposits in, and then boom, I need deposits. So we've now built on all 16 of our solutions the ability to, should I say, kind of gamify and have you join me in bringing a deposit to you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like for instance, for a reset, right? So you've got your auto loan with
Sure.
the institution.
Sure.
You can reset that.
Okay.
So your very next month payment is lower by maybe 150, $200 a month.
Okay.
It's kind of like skip a pay on steroids.
Yeah.
Well, what if I also said to you, hey, Mike, you're going to do the reset right now, but if you put deposits with me, maybe there'll be a slightly lower
Another
rate.
incentive. Okay.
Yeah, slightly a lower
gotcha.
rate on the actual reset component of it.
Okay.
So you bring me deposits,
Right.
and I'll say thank you by slightly lower rate on that auto loan.
Makes sense.
You're still winning like crazy, right? You're getting a return on the deposit you put there. You're getting a lower rate on that actually existing loan, and the member's also saving a ton of dough on their monthly payment. So it's a win-win-win.
Yeah.
The cool thing is the way that our platform was built and our financial offer system works is it's that flexible. That our genius behind all this, Scott Butler, big shout out to him also. Sir Scott, he's been officially knighted. It's the ability for us to be able to add things like that to the financial offer system. Another shout out, I'm bringing a lot of my team members in here. So Bob Funky's our CTO, and I told him I was coming to this conference. I said, build me a sandbox. I know it'll work. He already built it for another one of our solutions where I can demo this incentive, this gamification of deposits. Already demoed it one time here, loved it. The credit union was like, that's amazing. That's going to work so well for my indirect members.
Okay, yeah.
Because indirect members, as you know, are not always the most active.
Yeah.
But if I'm coming to you as an indirect and saying, hey, Mike, you got your auto loan with us, you probably don't really know who we are as a credit union. But now you have the ability to lower your payment for next month, and you're in control of doing it. And I'm also giving you a way to actually bring us some deposits. So it's that chance to become more of an active member as opposed to an inactive member through digital channels that it's just boom, 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 opened up quickly for you. A lot of hassle-free components of it. Primarily, we added these because I just opened up a CD. I actually tried to go through a credit union to begin with, but ended up finding a bank with a crazy, ridiculous high CD rate.
Go for it.
Non-digital. No digital component.
Oh, really?
I could barely find the rate on their actual website.
Oh, gosh.
And I won't mention them by name. Tried to find a way to do it online. Wasn't. Called them up. Nope, you got to come into the branch. The branch was 45 minutes away.
Oh my gosh.
45 minutes away. I had to drive to the branch, wait there while they printed out all the paperwork, and for me to sign. I was like, good golly, are you kidding? In this
Welcome
digital
to 1992.
in this digital age. So that's what I said. I told our team, was like, okay, we have got to build this in where everything's digital. It's got to go digital.
Yeah.
Show me the ability to open up that CD right there on the spot, and give me an incentive to give you my deposits.
Yeah.
So that's the announcement, the scoop.
Gotcha.
You're the first to know.
So is there a name for it, or because all these are
FINOFR.
Well, the product. Oh, FINOFR is the product. That's the product's name.
Everything's FINOFR.
Okay,
Everything's financial offer. The CD adding to it is a financial offer.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha. But this personal experience kind of prompted you to like, hey, you know what? You've got to build a better mousetrap here. And I like how because obviously we talked at the top of the show, we kind of made fun of like, hey, now you're in Wyoming now and moved away from the big city and now you're out in the country, kind of the Green Acres type of thing. So, but there's a lot of truth there's some truth to this as well, because a lot of people during the pandemic moved out to the country because they can work remotely now. But they're far away from a branch. And when you got to do the paper trails type of stuff, that's a non-incentive for you to get that seat. I mean, kudos to you for driving 45 minutes to go take it.
It was a good rate. It was a high rate.
So but I mean, but not a lot of people are going to do that.
Yeah.
But if it's in a digital environment, a lot of people are going to do that.
Yeah.
No matter where they are.
Yeah.
So So
I think
the timing once again is really good.
Thank you. I love using your amazing forum to kind of just give shout outs of new stuff that we've been working on, because we're always adding on to the financial offer system. Give you some sneak peeks from a standpoint of we have a lot of extra layer of fraud that we've kind of partnered with a lot of companies out there because it's rampant. I tell you, I heard a story recently where a credit union decided to build their own instant pre-qual. And they went live, and unfortunately the fraud protection wasn't really put in place as much as it should have. And they had like a million hits in 3 days.
Good grief.
It was just bots, just boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So we partnered with the bureaus, right? So we were partnered with TransUnion and both Experian on the instant pre-qual that we've built, plus their fraud technologies that can be built in. And then we also have our own partner as well with the cell phone carriers that really checks for fraud as well.
Okay.
So it's this multi-layer of fraud protection because we're working with non-members, right? FINOFR is direct to the consumer right now, and we're bringing those to consumers. And thankfully, thank you, Lord, we've been really good at all the different layers of activity in there to mitigate, those bots from being able to break in, almost putting steps in place where the bots just can't get through it to even get to the engine to begin with.
You guys.
Yeah, it's rampant. I mean, it's a big concern for the industry.
And it's not going away anytime soon either. So,
no, sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's that balance between convenience and security.
Yeah.
And trying to find that perfect balance is a science in itself. But it sounds like you guys got that wired, though. So
we do. Yeah, like I said, we're really excited, even though there's not a lot of lending really going on right now because of the deposit side of it needing to be taking hold, plus just in general, just the economic times that we talked about.
Yeah.
But we are taking the opportunity to kind of build that base, adding to the credit union side that we have of across the country, people that want to, when they start lending again, right? So having this instant pre-qual, bringing them members, and then
they can hit the ground running for sure.
That's exactly
right. Right on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So those are the updates.
Wow.
That's the rebrand.
I'm almost scared to ask you anything else, Keith, because you always have
I'm going to save it for the correlation conference.
All right.
Yes, we have other things that we're going to be putting press releases out.
Right.
A really big one.
All right. Well, stay tuned for the correlation conference coming up. I think that's the end of May.
Yeah,
so end of May, beginning of June. So so we'll see you there, sir. Keith, always a pleasure. Great catching up with you. Congratulations on the cowboy boots, moving to Wyoming and getting out of the city. And even more so, congratulations on the rebrand and the success you guys have experienced. So well done. Keep up the good work. You're doing some great things for credit unions out there.
Thank you. And one last shout out.
Yes, sir.
How many conferences in a row? Four
four.
Back
I'm
to
on
back.
My fourth. Yeah.
Look at this guy's energy. This guy's energy is. I want. If you could bottle Mike Lawson, you'd make him in.
Well, if I were a fuel gauge on a car, I'd be in the I'd be in the red area. So we're gonna make it. We're
good stuff.
So
thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime. Well done, sir. Well done, lad. And the broadcast. There we go.